Welcome back to Tran Wins Bastard Bonds. So I just got through editing 6 episodes worth of Bastard Bonds and I think 5 or 6 episodes worth of Emerge, Cities of the Apocalypse. There were some complications with the Bastard Bond volume, so I'm not going to touch the headset at all right now, and we'll see if that changes it. Actually, you know what? Let me try changing it in Audacity. I don't know. This may just be asking for it. Okay. So what I had done with that is I put all the Bastard Bond footage together. I think it was like 2.5 hours, and then exported the audio as the one solid file, normalized it, and increased the volume, and a couple of other things. Well, anyways, I didn't want to bore you with that stuff right now, so let's go ahead and take a look at what I need to do next. We did Nightwood Detour last time, and we got Kirilo from it. I can imagine that this may eventually get pretty full. The largest stronghold you can acquire is 69 characters worth, so I'm assuming that you can really fill this thing up. None of these characters are magic users, so I will have to... This will not be my final party composition by any means. We also do have quite a hefty amount of manpower available to us. Now, I only pretty much know what's in Nightwood West, aside from maybe a couple, because I've watched like maybe 3 to 5 different players of this, and only one of them is actually getting pretty far. So right now, I think I'm pretty much caught up to every other player that I've currently watched, except for one player who is like way over here. But I'm playing on a more modern version, which means I have the leader versus band set up in the options so that I can level up faster. So there's that. Anyways, this one I do know about, a Tiny Forest Clearing. This is going to get me a lot of weapons. So let me first make sure that there's no real way to check my inventory right now. I'm just going to have to assume it's good. Yeah, I've got a good amount of space. Alright, here we go. So this place is fantastic, especially when you account for the fact that there's a blacksmith in the game that takes, when you merge 2 weapons of the same kind, it goes to the next tier. So you can. I expect that I will farm this area to get stronger weapons. While making your way through the dense forest, you come across a long abandoned campfire in a tiny clearing. Night is approaching quickly and the path is difficult to find, so you decide to rest here until dawn. While on Firewatch, you nod off for what must have been only an instant, but when you jolt awake, you find that the trees have receded. Your party sits in the middle of an ancient plaza. There are ruins of long abandoned buildings and disused roads surrounding you, but the sounds of muffled voices come from somewhere nearby suggest that you are no longer alone here. Alright, also you'll find one character here, one roster character here. I need to come up with a term for that. But I'll get some bows and pikes and stuff like that. As well as some mushrooms that I could get from down there. This sounds like it'd be a good place to farm, although it's kind of at like a lot to cover, at least for now, right now. You kindle the campfire in order to brighten the area a bit more. Oh, okay, cool. Also, I have been pronouncing Marina incorrectly in the past episode, so I apologize for that. I had to kind of teach myself English, so I'm going to be mispronouncing the occasional word that I don't hear spoken regularly. So this one is one of my bombers, my grenadiers. It looks like one of the 3rd generation soldiers. the message that they give is based off of the personality I've assigned them. Alright, let's see if I can go get myself another bow. So let's work over here first. I think it's actually over here, but can I get through from here? Guess not. Did Kirilo spawn him or something? If I end up getting Daredevil just now, I mean, this is fine. Alright, well, I guess no Daredevil for me. Since I had one move, yeah, it wasn't really a big deal. So here we have another bow, so let's go ahead and put that on... I guess you. You don't... Neither of these guys seem to have much in the way of attacks. Although this, he certainly does. And this is a Pike. I don't know. That's fireworks I hear. Hold on one moment, please. Alright, I'm back. It's July 3rd. It's about 10:20 p.m., so someone may be celebrating July 4th a little bit early. I know they did on Friday, which is like July 1st. Alright, anyways, we have a Pike here that will give me just a little bit more reach. It doesn't reach as far as the bow, obviously, but it does add a little bit more physical damage. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on Let's say Bato. Because he has enough hit points to take a hit if he happens to wander too close to the enemy. Let's go and secure the food. And in these rooms, we'll find some ectoplasm. They'll cast magic at you. So there's no point in just hiding and waiting for them to show up or approach me. Nexus doesn't do them a whole lot of good, considering that it only softens my ability to do ward, or my ability to defend against magic attacks. Since he has to do physical attacks because I'm in his face, it doesn't do him any good. There's another one there. Not quite as good as a pike. I mean, it reaches a little bit further, but you might as well use a bow at this point. And there should be 2 alphas behind here. Does it only stand by past the first person? Seems like it. I really need to look at the stats and see what makes ransoming more likely. We're going to use Curalo. Cool. Armor. Okay, so 20 protection, 10 evasion. Doing pretty well for that kind of stuff. I wouldn't have really thought I'd get any of these negotiations down, or people hesitating then winning that second check. Alright, that's it. This area is conquered. Nothing I can really equip right now, so I have to leave behind the mead, but that's fine. It's not worth making a second trip just for that item. So, as you can see, most of the drops were from monsters. Monsters will respawn. The corpses and chests, they would not respawn. Alright, I was looking to see if any of these would tell me improves negotiation, but not that I can readily spot. Unfortunately, I don't quite remember what I was training this guy to be. I think I was going to train him in... Was I training him in Thwart? Perhaps I was going to train him in Hunt. You gotta remember, I just edited like 12 episodes, like a marathon editing session, so I'm like, I can't remember anything at this point. Maybe it was Thwart, because I do need someone that has the ability to handle Thwart challenges. He's chaotic, though. Like, if he was neutral, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe this is the first time I brought him anywhere. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I just rescued him, so but then I went back and cleared out the area. Alright, well, let's go and build him up for purposes of manpower, which means I'll just have to build up his guard. Because I don't really need a character like this as a setup. One that has guard and dodge. So this will improve his ability to do work in my fortress, and more so if I can get stamina. But I don't think he'll get that far with me and my group. I'm just building this up because, as a chaotic unit, his second highest skill is applied to my manpower. So I'll just put that in guard. And in the worst case scenario, I have someone as a fallback for thwart. So I guess that's not too bad. This guy will take care of all of my challenges, my labor challenges, if he's in my party. I mean... let me move the mouse. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do a splash screen. This will be my thumbnail. If I leave it recording like on this screen here, or at least long enough to get a view of my map, this can be my thumbnail image with the title name placed on top of it. Alright, so I should come back to this in about 8 experience sessions, and I should end up with more weapons. This is traditionally the second place I think a player will go to get a stronghold. It's not, I'm going to go ahead and actually go there now just to get another person. But first, let me... Are you my appraiser? Huh. I like that your servants, I guess that's what you'll call them, because that's what it's listed in when you look at your base. I like that your servants are in the front, so you don't have to chase them down, but everybody else is in the order you collect them in. The tents aren't randomly placed or anything. So like I get Olga before I get Kirilo, and then I get Shiri before I get, or as my last character that I've had yet. All of my XCOM soldiers will be lawful and innocent. They're all listed as traitors because of their role in XCOM. So here's where the last few tents will assemble. So if I have an appraiser, let me make sure that that's who that is. Yeah, I have an appraiser. Okay. If I have an appraiser, then I can go and start putting things back in there.